Phone just went off as I went to clap. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of All Around the Platinum, the show where we platinum games, we talk about the journey playing them, we talk about enjoyment, the difficulty of the trophy grind. But today we are talking about one of my favourite walking simulator games that I've ever played, which is What Remains of Edith Finch. A phenomenal game that I had a lot of fun playing. This was obviously the next one after Bee Simulator. And it was a very, very refreshing game to play. Like I said, Bee Simulator wasn't necessarily bad, but it did have a lot of issues, a lot of problems, a lot of glitches, a lot of sort of trophies not popping when there should be. So it was a bit infuriating to play at times, but a lot of trophies and things that were glitching out, challenges that were meant to be done in Bee Sim that weren't getting done because they would glitch on me. Yeah, it was a little bit frustrating. So I decided to go with a nice chilled game of What Remains of Edith Finch. I had a phenomenal time playing this game. It's fantastic. I really enjoyed the story. I really enjoyed the narrative. The game itself is very pretty. It's a very good looking game considering how long ago this game came out. And on that note, shall we learn a little bit about the game together? Okay, so What Remains of Edith Finch is a first-person exploration video game developed by Giant Sparrow and published by Annapurna Interactive. The game was released in 2017 for Microsoft Windows, PS4 and Xbox One, for Nintendo Switch in 2019, for iOS in 2021, and for the PS5 and Xbox X Series in 2022. The genre is it's an adventure indie game. I would also class it as a walking simulator personally myself too, but the initial release date was on the 24th of April 2017. It did win a few awards as well. It won the BAFTA Games Award for Best Game and the Game Award for Best Narrative. Actually completely well earned in my opinion. Also, let's touch on a bit of the stats, shall we? The stats from PSN profiles themselves. Of the 18,356 game owners, according to PSN profiles, 14,109 have the platinum, which is a 76.86% in total, and of course the exact same for the 100%. If you're not aware, the PS4 version does not have a platinum, but obviously the PS5 version does. To also talk about the difficulty that PSN Profiles gives this game, it is a 2 out of 10 difficulty. It requires one playthrough and will take you roughly around 2 hours to finish. The game itself is only made up of 12 trophies, including the platinum, which is why it's a very, very quick platinum to get. However, the fact that it's a quick platinum does not in any way, shape or form, I mean clearly the game won awards, it doesn't tell you how good this game is or how bad it is, right? Like, it's definitely not a bad game, and it's phenomenally good. It's very, very fun. It took me 5 hours to get the platinum, mainly because I did have a break in between, because I think we had food or something, and I think I was recording it instead of streaming it, but it was a very, very fun game. I enjoyed it from start to finish. The characters, the writing, like all of it. It's just, I don't know, there's something about it that's very enjoyable, very fun. I love these walking simulator games where you just get to explore a section of this world where it just explains the story to you and you discover stuff and work stuff out through puzzles and things. I think it's a really, really relaxing time and a genuinely enjoyable experience as well. And I heavily enjoyed it. But on that note, guys, I will leave you to enjoy all 12 all 12 trophies, my apologies, popping. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and I will catch you guys after that.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
She rises here, she rises in the
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like.
always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
She was almost too big to carry. I started.
Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Okay then, with all the trophies now popped, including the platinum, let's talk about enjoyment, difficulty, and of course the hardest trophy to obtain in this game. Okay, so my enjoyment of this game. Now when I rated this game in my 30 Platinums in 30 Days video, I rated it a 7 out of 10 in enjoyment. Upon reflection, I would probably give this an 8 out of 10. I think it's a much stronger, enjoyable game than an 8. However, I think at the time, I think I'd need to go back and play it again just to kind of get another feel for the game and to probably enjoy it more, truth be told. I think when I platinumed this game, because it was such a quick platinum, and I knew how quick it was, I wasn't so much focused on the story as often as I probably should have been. Now, don't get me wrong, I took my time with this game, I enjoyed it, and I made the most of playing it, and, you know, again, it didn't take very long at all. It's a very, very quick platinum, but there obviously were certain trophies to get. The first one of them all, you know, all roads, you have to basically take both paths in the beginning, and just to speed things along in regards to a trophy, I had a guide up to make sure that I got them all as quickly as possible. And that takes away from the game, I think, a little bit as well. So, but, you know, I enjoyed my time with this game, but I definitely don't think it was a 7, I think it was an 8. I think it definitely deserved a point higher. I almost pushed it to a 9, but I think I have played games that are obviously more enjoyable than this, despite the fact that this was very enjoyable. But I think it sits nicely at an 8, and I definitely wouldn't change that now. An 8 is my final score for this game. As for difficulty, I would give this game a 1. I think I'm going to stand by my decision that I made in the 30 Platinums video, a 1. It's a very, very easy game. You don't need a guide to get all the trophies for this game to pop the platinum. It's a very, 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 very easy and simplistic game. But obviously you have, like I said, the path ones. There are stories you can miss while going through the game and seeing all the different character stories and arcs and things like that. There are stories and stuff you can miss. That does happen. However, I wouldn't personally make a big thing out of it. I think, you know, it's such an easy one to do, and it's such a fun one to do as well, exploring the world and seeing everything. I think it's better off done without a guide, but I wouldn't put it any higher than a single number 1 difficulty. It's very, very easy, and it's not going to take you very long even without a guide. Now, as for the hardest trophy, I've done this with a couple of games, but, you know, truth be told, I don't think there is a hard trophy in this game. I think they're all very, very easy. So I decided to go with the platinum for this game, all done, unlock all trophies, because I honestly think all the other ones are very, very simple. I mean, yes, sure, I guess I could choose, you know, all roads, take both paths to the house, because that does technically require you to either start the game again or just, you know, go back and walk back through. But everything else is that it's very, very easy. There is the Great Owl. Trophy, I guess that's one that would give you a little bit of trouble, which is basically catch 2 rabbits with only 2 swoops. It's basically a part in the game where you play as an owl, and you got to swoop down to catch 2 rabbits. But honestly, I think the platinum is just, it's the right one to choose for me, and I think that's the trophy that I'm going to go for as the hardest one. And there we have it, guys. What Remains of Edith Finch, a fantastic walking simulator game that I do suggest people go and check out and definitely make the most of. I believe it's still on PlayStation Plus Extra. I think it's even been in PlayStation Plus, you know, the free games every month. It is a fantastic game and a very, very short one as well. So go and enjoy it, have fun with it, make the most of it. My phone does not want to be quiet today. But yeah, go and make the most of it, enjoy it. It's a fantastic game, and I highly recommend you go and check it out. And again, to boot, if you're starting to get into trophy hunting and you want to get a load of platinums, this is a brilliant game to play, as it gives you a really easy platinum, but it's also an incredible experience as well. So yeah, I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching this episode. I do hope you enjoyed it. Now, of course, I'm going to try and put a silly little pun as to clue you guys in on what the next game is. But yeah, I'd be lying to you if I said that, you know, it was a short one or that I enjoyed it from start to finish. But we don't tell lies around here, do we? Take care of yourselves, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.